Okay, what the fuck am I on about? Yeah, say the opposite thing what people think, so they'll click on your video. Controversy, clickbait. No. No. There's a very important thing I'm trying to tell you here. But I need to give you some context for you to understand what I'm on about. You see, people... You've probably heard this before. Like, I need to be myself. Don't fake yourself. Be yourself. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I've said this, and it's true. But there's a big caveat to all of it, which is that people have strengths and they have weaknesses. And the saying, just be yourself, sometimes we say that just so we don't have to work on our weaknesses. And we don't have to acknowledge what we're bad at. I'll give you an example. Let's say someone is really, really fat. And you come to them and you tell them, hey bro, it's not healthy for you. Maybe you should lose some weight. And they tell you, no, I have really high hunger, I have this disease, I have this. Unless you have some like major chronic fucking disease that you literally, I don't know, you don't digest efficiently, so you have to eat a lot. Which even then you probably wouldn't get many calories from that, so you wouldn't be too fat. Like, unless there's a serious medical emergency, which I bet you don't have. Let's be real with here. Only like 1 in 100,000 people has something like that. Most of fat asses don't have that. They're just lazy. And they don't want to work on it. So they make an excuse. Oh, it's just a part of who I am. No. Being a fat ass is not a part of who you are. Okay? Being a skinny stick who, if I blow on wrong, you'll fucking fall over, is not a part of your personality. It's a problem. It's a health concern. Okay? Stop faking being yourself. Or being... Now, I'm going to be extremely controversial here. And I'll go on and say this also applies to other things. Let's say you are really, really, really weird in social situations. Like, you're super niche, you don't have anybody... Listen, I get it. You're being yourself. But think about it logically. Okay. Let's say you're only into really niche things. You're a super hipster like that. Yeah, that's a word you haven't heard in a while. You're like a super furry, blah, blah, blah. Listen. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But there's a point where you can't even relate to the people around you at all. And you're in a danger of dropping into like a spiral. Now let me explain myself. When you get into niche communities, like really niche communities, they're usually quite extreme. Obviously because they're niche for the most part, so they're usually extreme. Like for example, being a furry. I don't know if you realize how extreme that is. You're wearing a freaking fursuit in public. That's not normal. And it's not that there's a problem with that. It's just that at some point, you're like, how do I explain this nicely? In a social situation, you need something in common to talk with people. Alright? And, like, God, it's pretty fucking... I'm trying to tell you this without being a jerk. So it's really hard for me to, like, word it. But if you're weird, then you don't have anything to talk about with other people. Like, you need some sort of common factor. Like, the niche things, keep those. It's a part of who you are. But you also need something broader. So you're not completely isolated from the fucking world. So, for example, I'm really into niche music. I've got a really niche taste in music. I like video game OSTs and shit. I don't really listen to, like, normal music that much. I don't even know the names of most singers. I have no fucking clue. But I don't watch sports either. But I have the gym. The gym's a common factor. I have general life to talk about. So, I still have something to socialize with. I still have like a common factor. So don't get rid of your fucking niche things that you like. But also, try to understand that you at least need to conform somewhat. You need to at least get something in common with other people, so you won't be completely isolated, because that's going to take a mental toll on you. And if you say, oh, I'll just be friends with people who only like the niche stuff I like, first of all, you're putting yourself in a bubble, and you're not exposing yourself to other people, so you don't get to experience what this world has to offer. And that's a real shame. And second, if you're really stuck in niche communities, here's the problem I was trying to like word out before. If you're stuck in a niche community, you're stuck in an echo chamber, essentially, because everybody thinks and has the same niche interests that you have. So you don't have feedback from the outside world on these niche topics. So let's say, for example, I'll give you like a really stereotypical example. You're in a fucking furry communities and everybody around you is either extremely right or extremely left. And whatever echo chamber you're stuck in it. Because you only talk with the people of that community. So now you're either hanging around only with extreme leftists or only extreme rightists. And you don't get feedback from the outside world. Because if you try to talk to a quote-unquote normal person, they don't understand what the fuck you're on about. They're not furry. They don't know what a pansexual is. Like, what, are you into frying equipment? What? Do you fuck a pan? What? So you're isolated and you don't get feedback and you don't learn from other people, and I think that's a real shame. Also, you make way less friends and just, yeah, but that's a whole different topic. So let me summarize this whole fucking rambling real quick. What I mean by conforming is that you need to balance out your quirkiness. Let's word it that way. You need to balance out your quirkiness. Quirky, yeah, stuff like whatever. You should have your niche interests that make you who you are. And once you really get to know someone and you feel you connect with them, you can talk to them about this. But you should also have something more general. Like, you should probably get some more general hobbies, so you could connect with quote-unquote normal people and a wider, and more, like, accurately, a wider array of people. So you won't be stuck in one echo chamber, and you will actually get to learn and experience new shit, which is how you grow as a fucking person. And now you actually get a life, for fuck's sake. You don't sit in your own fucking echo chamber on Discord, or you don't go to one of your fucking conventions, whatever the fuck. Or hell, you don't sit in one fucking gym and just grind out the gym. And yeah, that's cool. I love doing that. But you gotta also see the other side, the side of quote-unquote the normal person. So yeah, diversify yourself. That's a better way of wording it. Like, honestly, I was a bit clickbaity when I said conform. It is conforming, but it's mostly diversifying yourself. That's the main point here. Make yourself a rich person, not just a niche person. Because it's quite ironic, but if you get too niche, you'll actually make yourself extremely generic. You become another one of those extremely leftist, quirky furries, one of those extreme rightist chim bros, or whatever the fuck. Whatever fucking stereotype, because you're stuck in that echo chamber. And you hear nothing else, so obviously what you hear from everyone must be true. No, it's fucking not. Go out there, experience whatever the fuck you have. Conform a bit. Be fine with it. Don't sacrifice yourself for it. Like, I'm not saying just go to the gym because people like going to the gym. If you don't like it, train in another way. Go for runs. Go in a park. Whatever the fuck. Just exercise in general is healthy for you. Do that. Like, regardless of whatever the fuck I say. Even 20 minutes a day of fucking in-home exercises is enough to make you mortality rate, which means how likely you are to fucking die, way less. So it's good for you. It's 20 minutes. And then you're home. Come on. So yeah. What I'm saying is that find a general hobby that you like to do. I gotta look at the time, man. I got 50 minutes. Fucking YouTube. Anyway. Find a hobby that you like, but also that a lot of other people like. For me, that was going to the gym and training. For you, it might be painting. Yeah, painting. Fucking painting. Drawing. Sports club. Fucking, I don't know. Clubs in general. Fucking partying. Whatever. Whatever gets you to connect with other people who aren't just in your extreme niche community of fucking VTubers And gym bros. Those are just two examples I have in my head. I don't know. You can think of something else. Gamers. Get something wider. Something that appeals to the general human. Let's call it that. So that you're not completely fucking isolated. Diversify yourself. So yeah. That's my rant for today. It's quite a long one. But I think you need to hear it. And I need to hear it as well. Because, yeah. It's the point. Oh. And before I go. Touch grass. Dumbass.